What if we were live now?
We could. Lasagna.
I do love.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the game's closing ceremony. We're not saying it's the Olympics for reasons. It has been such a good games season. And before we get into our results and just the closing ceremony, we need to do some introductions. My name is Ellie, and I am here at Swamp Friends celebrating these games. And I am joined by my Monster Best Friend Club friends.
I now feel like I need to be like, I am friend Audrey. I am reporting
Hello,
from
friend Audrey.
Hello, friend Tyler. I am reporting from the United Non-Biological States. I am told they are partying, but they're doing it all digitally in the internet area. So I can't participate with my human body. But it sounds, I'm told they're having a great party.
Wow.
So happy for them.
I know.
Thankful. Well, my name is Marissa, and I am reporting live from Dark, Idaho. Just go ahead and take it. That's better. That's a lot. That feels more natural here. And there is a big party, which I will be joining after we finish here.
Are you going to eat a blood potato at the party?
It's only blood potatoes. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So probably.
Obviously.
Yep.
As is tradition.
Of course.
And I'm Tyler, and I'm reporting from Appendagia. I was able to step out of the festivities along with 2 delegates, as you can see, just to give you the report, and then I'll go back in.
Go back into the party, back into party mode.
Back into party mode. Yeah.
Looks like you never left.
Thank you. I try to fit in here, you know.
And now that we have all met once again, it is time to go over the medal counts. And
You've all been waiting for, I'm sure.
Why are we celebrating?
we've all been medal counting, actually. This is the roundup. These are the medals by country. So there's a lot going on here. But as you can see, Humanland maybe won.
I mean,
Controversial.
well,
Hot take.
Hot take. Pretty hot.
Can you win? I mean, Swamp Friends does have the most total medals.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
But-
Aren't you at Swamp Friends right now?
Yeah. Why are you repping Humanland up front?
Wow. I'd be careful. Watch your back if I were you.
The Swampies are gonna get me.
Right. At least every country plays. So
Yeah.
True.
that's pretty good.
That is
No
true.
shutouts. No
I
shutouts.
will I was just going to point out, UNS, they only went for copper for resource purposes, since
Practical.
it was the most useful metal to them, and they achieved their goal. 5 copper medals,
Very
no gold, no
practical.
silver. Very practical. They're not wasteful people.
Mhm.
That they can't afford to be wasteful. They live in a desert, so.
Not people at all, I would say. Either.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
very practical entities.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of individual entities, we have
Nice.
our medal count by monster. But
Hey.
it's
Can you-
kinda-
It's hard to. It's really small.
Who could even read something like that?
I don't know.
It's almost
Oh.
like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I feel
Only
like the
rats.
rats maybe put this together. I don't know why we lost some of the cranium rats earlier. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to point out something. I don't know. We
Or they
lost
were
some at
maybe
the
trying to
trampoline
hide
event.
And,
What?
We were trying to hide this result.
Yeah, maybe.
They want. Yeah. Also, how did they make this PowerPoint for us?
I don't know.
Are-
Are
The
they
PowerPoint
from
it just showed up.
Oh, okay.
Nimble little hands.
Honestly, I thought one of you guys made it, but I guess
Oh
it
no.
was maybe
I found
not.
it. I just found it on the ground.
Oh,
Mhm.
well. All right,
Makes
moving on
sense.
then.
Yeah.
Highlights.
Wait. Highlights. So as you can see from the last slide, if you were a rat, Hannah was the big winner this year. He's a slang talking, reality warping, beauty in the eye of the beholder monster, and he snagged 3 medals, 1 for every event he was in. Just used the little tentacles, and
Yeah,
got 3.
Pretty
So
good.
and it worked well.
try and beat that.
No one
I
could.
won't.
No one could.
Although, if we're talking about medals per competitor, just Caleb is up top. If that is how we're counting winners, just Caleb. They got 2 medals per competitor, which other countries didn't get as many. So
That's math for you.
right, that's how numbers
That
work.
is
As our statisticians did that one. So
Yeah.
shout out to the
That-
statisticians.
Yeah, that is really impressive. Just Caleb did get 2 medals per competitor they sent.
Wow.
Wow. They only sent one.
One competitor.
Yeah,
Well, 2 medals. That's a pretty good rate. I was back at Caleb Durr earlier reporting there. Now I'm in Dark, Idaho. These are all little the pebbles back home waiting for Caleb Durr, Big Daddy Rock to return. I believe that is Slater and Nessica and Shalebert and Jade and maybe Telcom. They're just so proud, so proud of their big papa.
So
Love their
precious.
party here. Mhm.
Sweet.
More highlights, you guys. The Merfolk. It was we were all on our toes trying to figure out what Merfolk was going to do with these games because they have been boycotting previously. But their decision to come back this year turned out to be a good one. They got 2 gold medals to take back to their watery home. Though on the way out, the Merfolk were quoted saying, "This was horribly corrupt, and I hate every last one of you except for Caleb," as they slunk out of sight. Which, honestly, it might be a common sentiment.
Yeah. I think the real common sentiment is that Caleb Durr would be winning Miss Congeniality if that were a category in the games.
No doubt. And the Merfolk sunk back to their watery home.
Not a great thing for a competitor from the country that won the most gold to say. I just want to point that out.
Sore winners and sore losers.
I mean, they weren't maybe in it for the medals, which would have helped these next monsters who didn't get any medals. So
Not at all.
here we have the lowlights honoring the losers, or non-winners, as we might call them. Smoke Mephit, the first one, came to the games carefree, easygoing, almost lazy attitude, some might say, which did not serve them very well. A little too easy breezy, perhaps, for this competition.
If they'd been more solid, they would have performed better in some of their events.
Too bad, maybe next time. And then we have Kazmi, who we should maybe put a little respect on Kazmi's name, because while they weren't able to get any medals, they were able to refrain from drinking any of their competitors' blood this time around, which is actually, if you think about it, maybe even better than medals, a pretty big win for everyone. So a little round of applause for perhaps the actual winner of the games, Kazmi.
Personal growth is something that should be recognized in these games.
Totally. And then we have Glabrezu, also nothing to be ashamed about. They held their head high with pride. As you could see, they're there screaming, "Good game" to all their competitors. And, they went around the handshake line, congratulating everyone, shaking hands and limbs and all manner of appendages there. So good for them. And then our last non-winner, Swarm of Cranium Rats, who also, as you saw before, didn't bring in any medals, though I remember them winning copper, I thought, in luge, but I'm pretty sure their medal was immediately taken away by I'm not going to say corrupt judges, but
corrupt.
You can say corrupt judges.
Shady, at least. Yeah. What was their deal this time around? I feel like they were especially bad.
Yeah, this round of judges was not great, but the good news is we get to say goodbye.
Yeah. So it's time for the traditional post-games vacation of the judges to the Central Volcano. So there they go. They're playing.
Bon voyage.
And off the plane goes.
You have to wipe the slate clean. No
true.
hint of bias for the next time we have the games.
You need to start every games with a new slate of judges and make sure, there can be no comments from previous judges.
Gotta keep it fresh.
Keep fresh.
And we hope next games judges are much better.
That's why we do this.
But with the judges, with us saying farewell to the judges, we have one last thing to do, which is distinguish the flame. And here's a look in the
Here
stadium.
she is, beautiful, classy as always. Flum putting out that flame always gets a little emotional at the end of the games. So
Love a good dousing.
there we go.
Yep.
Good dousing. Yep.
And with the torch out, that's it. That's the end of this year's March Monster Madness.
Wow.
So since that's it, you guys, we do need some thank yous to say. First of all, thank you to all of our fantastic athletes that competed in these games. Truly, we couldn't have done it without them. We want to thank you to the fans who cheered on their monsters, who cheered on their countries. Thank you all. We don't want to say thank you to the judges. That's we can skip that one. And thank you to you guys, our Monster Best Friend Club.
Yeah.
You know, it's been
thanks.
great. And a very, very, very big thank you to AADL's marketing team. All the stickers, all of the little cards on the website that you saw were produced by them. Basically anything beautiful that you saw involving this March Monster Madness, it was the marketing team. And the not so beautiful aspects, like maybe a rat made PowerPoint, was not the marketing team.
Everything was beautiful in its own way, I think.
That is true.
It has its own charm.
Exactly.
But
Yeah. But that's it. So that's a wrap, you guys.
yeah, thank
Happy
you for
March
playing.
Monster Madness. Good job.